This is your prime-time forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is made possible by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms, here's Dr. Don.
Boy, don't it feel good outside this morning? Welcome to a taste of fall, y'all. It is fantastic out there. We'll let you know how long that's going to last. And we're watching the Gulf of Mexico. Maybe some trouble by the time we get to the end of this upcoming week. All of this and a whole lot more coming up on this morning's edition of your Primetime Forecast for Sunday, September 8th, 2024, from Dr. Don's Weather. Brought to you by the fine folks at East Alabama Waste. Be sure that you get in touch with John Rochester at 256-201-3880. John can handle all of your garbage, your commercial waste, and debris removal across the Randolph County, Southern Cleburne County area there in East Alabama. Mr. John is a super cool dude, and he is honest. He'll take care of your needs. He can handle those roll-off trailers, dumpsters as well. So be sure you get in touch with John today at East Alabama Waste. You also want to talk to Jamie Dukas about that insurance. Get your ducks in a row with Dukas, 256-831-7770. Let's take a look at our setup for the next several days. Now, this is Thursday into Thursday night that you see on the graphic. That is when we might start to see some significant rainfall across East Alabama and West Georgia. But first, a cool start to your Sunday morning. We'll see the same thing again on Monday morning. We have a stalled cold front across southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia. North of that, we have a brisk northerly wind ushering in some very dry air across Alabama and Georgia. It just feels fantastic out there this morning. But then we will start to watch the Gulf of Mexico as we head toward the latter part of this upcoming week. We have a disturbance in the Gulf that may turn into a tropical storm or even potentially could make it a Category 1 hurricane status before making landfall. Show you more about that in just a moment on our tropical update. And, of course, with that type of system comes tropical rains and the possibility of severe storms to the right of wherever the center of circulation tracks on this storm. So lots to talk about and lots to watch over the next several days. Here's a look at the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. Now we have some waves out there in the southern Atlantic, but that's not a threat right now. The thing that we've got to keep an eye on is that red-hatched area over in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. At the moment, the National Hurricane Center is giving that an 80% chance of developing over the next couple of days. And this is not official from the National Hurricane Center, but here is one idea on where this system may go. It right now looks like landfall maybe somewhere right along the Texas-Louisiana border there along the Gulf of Mexico, and then it would track right across central Louisiana and then over into western portions of Mississippi, right up into extreme southwestern Tennessee as we get to Friday into Friday night. Now, so that doesn't bring the system directly over Alabama and Georgia, but that does keep Alabama and Georgia to the right of the circulation. That's the dirty side of the storm. That's where we could see some of the heavier rain setups. We could see some severe weather possibilities. It remains to be seen whether this storm system grows strong enough to produce that type of weather, but we are going to be on that side of the storm where one would expect that to happen if it does develop. So we've got to pay very close attention to this as we head toward the middle and latter part of this next upcoming week. And of course, we'll have full coverage for you here on Dr. Don's Weather. Let's take a look at the current conditions at the venue at 5 Points Farms. Beautiful 66 degrees out there this morning. Wind out of the north-northeast at 8, gusting to 12. Humidity is 69%. The barometric pressure at 30.04. And there's the highlight of the graphic, so to speak. 56 is your current dew point, and that is about as good as it gets in the southeastern United States. High temperature yesterday was 88. We currently have clear, beautiful blue skies. Sunrise was at 6:22, and the sun sets this evening at 6:58 p.m. The 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center, Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Mostly sunny today, 81 this afternoon. We'll make it to 83 on Monday. Slow warming trend, 84 by the time we get to Tuesday. But each morning will be on the cool side, so it's going to feel good out there, at least until noontime, and then it's going to warm up pretty good. But still, we'll take the low to mid 80s over the mid to upper 90s any day, especially with lower humidity levels. Then on Wednesday, we start to turn our attention to our tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. We start to see clouds stream up from the southwest. I think Wednesday remains dry. 80 will be your high. On Thursday, especially in the afternoon and into the overnight, we're looking at about a 60 to 70% chance of showers, perhaps some thunderstorms. There is the possibility that some of those storms could be on the severe side associated with this tropical system. We'll have to see if this system develops to that level. 73 will be your high temperature on Thursday. Some of those rain showers and thunderstorms could linger into Friday. At the moment, it looks like this system will pull away from us by noon on Friday, and we will only have a slight chance of a scattered shower as we get into football Friday night. That is subject to change. It all depends on how fast this system moves and exactly where it makes landfall. So there's a huge window of opportunity here for all of this to change, and I'm quite certain some of it will change as we get toward the end of the week. But it looks like right now, Thursday afternoon during the overnight Thursday night would be the wettest period with this system based on what we know and what the models are telling us at this moment. We'll make those changes as we get a little bit closer to this event. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar, you can pretty well pick out where that cold front is stalled out across the southeastern United States. It's right along the South Carolina coast, back across South Georgia, right across northwest Florida, places like Panama City, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, still getting a few rain showers this morning. That's where the cold front is, basically right along the I-10 corridor. And you see from that point north, it is clear. Looks good out there this morning. So let me pull the radar down just a bit, and it's just now getting up into our radar coverage, but that is the area that we're watching for the possible tropical development this morning. This is a tropical wave at the moment, a disturbance, but over the next 24 to 48 hours, we believe that will develop into a tropical storm and then move to the north and make landfall somewhere right along the Texas-Louisiana state line, and then move across central Louisiana, right up the Mississippi River, and to a point pretty close to Memphis, Tennessee, by the time we get to Thursday night into Friday morning. That keeps all of Alabama and Georgia, again, on the dirty side of the storm, so we've got to really pay attention to this as we head toward the end of the week. Let's take you in a little bit closer for East Alabama and West Georgia. And as you can see, there's no precipitation out there. It is beautiful across the area this Sunday morning. Please go over to our weather store and support us if you can. There's the link at the bottom of the video. You can go to the top of the video, scroll above the video. You'll see a bunch of links. There is a clickable link that will take you to our weather store. And if you're on YouTube, it's at the bottom of the video. Please support us. Part of the proceeds from the sale of these items come back to support us here on Dr. Don's Weather. Do all the social media things too, folks. Like us, share us, tell your friends about us, follow us, go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, click the little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that notification. We'll have more about this possible tropical situation for Alabama and Georgia coming up tomorrow morning and a brand new Monday morning edition of your primetime forecast here on Dr. Don's Weather.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College, the venue at 5 Points Farms and Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Dr. Don's Weather is supported by the Randolph County Commission, East Alabama Waste, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, the Salem Auction House, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.